Okay, let's have a quick run through and a whistle-stop tour of Keap software, which is part of the Smart Client Management packages. So what this does is gives you a quick snapshot of your business, so where you are as far as contacts and new leads, any quotes sent out or invoices sent in the past 30 days, and what happened to your latest broadcast as far as how many opened, how many clicked. We also have here tasks that are created. You can create yourself or come from the automated campaigns, and appointments, which either again you can create yourself or that clients can create based on links that you send them. Now the system is really based around a powerful CRM, so we can search for any contact that we have already entered, and we can store information on that contact, general contact information, but also you can put additional custom information based on the needs of your business. It also gives you an overview of the emails sent, any notes added to this customer record, where they are on the pipeline, which we'll look at in a minute, and also we can upload files or add tags to segment them based on their interests or whether they've come from, what source they come from, and really that identifies when you're sending information out who should receive particular information. So using these contacts, what we can do is send out email broadcasts, and we can create a very simple text-only broadcast here. It has all the information, and you can define an audience based on a custom field or a tag. But you can also use an advanced builder, and this has richer layouts available. You can have A/B testing, which will identify versions of the same email, which one performs best, and it'll run spam checks before sending to ensure or to reduce the likelihood of the email being sent to a spam folder. So we also have then to really visualize where the clients or potential clients are is by creating, or we do this by creating a pipeline. So this pipeline can be adaptable. You use your own headings. So new contacts, if you create a new contact and add them here into this part of the pipeline, then it triggers an automation, which may be it was great to meet you email and more information about our services. And depending on the response, you then may decide to move them on to the next stage, which again creates another sequence of automated information, so emails, but it also could be creating tasks to contact individuals, or if they have been in a particular part of this sales pipeline for too long, then again you're notified to say you may need to make a decision about this particular deal. The other thing that it can do is if you have an estimate of what the deal is worth, it can give you an overview of how many deals are in which particular parts of the pipeline. Quite recently we've also added the ability to create more than one pipeline. So you could have a sales pipeline, you could have an onboarding pipeline, and then an existing client pipeline, so that we're always looking at where people are, what stage they're at, and what should be our next step and our next stage in moving them along that pipeline. We also have the real heart of the system, which is the campaign builder. Now this runs in the background for the most part, and we'll be providing pre-built campaigns and also discussing with you any particular requirements and how we can create or help you create those campaigns. So just to give a very quick overview, any campaign starts with a trigger, something that gets people or starts a campaign off. So in this case, we're looking at something like a landing page. So we have a landing page builder, or if you want to put it on, keep it simpler, or put it on a website, we have a web form builder. And we also have smart forms, which are actually internal forms. So any of these filled out could launch the campaign. It could also be launched by you applying a tag, by email links being clicked or emails being opened or a product being purchased, but also, as you see here, by a pipeline stage being moved from new to prospect. Could start this campaign going, or a task, so a task created which once complete will launch this new campaign. Once we have our trigger, the next thing is to look at the sequence, and the sequence can be as simple or as complex as you like. You have emails being sent, delays between emails. You can then add a tag, apply a note to the record, create a task, which then has to be completed, or even create an order. So all these things take place, and what we're always looking for is an end point. What do we want the client to do? So it may be that the end point is that they purchase a product. So for example, if they purchase this product after the first email is sent, they're not sent the others unless you want them to be sent remain in the sequence. So put very simply, we look at one point where we enter this sequence, a point where you leave it, and then any client that satisfies the requirement of the trigger is sent through the sequence until they reach the goal. So while these campaigns are running, we can also look at reporting function, which is important for any business to understand which campaigns are the ones that are most effective. So you can look at tags being created if that's part of the campaign, which web forms have the best engagement, which campaign has the best enrollment and engagement, where each contact or number of contacts are within a particular campaign progression. So there's several records, and this is not exhaustive, that can give you information about how successful any particular campaign or automation is working. So that's a very quick introduction. There's a lot more detail that we could be looking at, so if you'd like to have a run through or a look at this in more detail, get in touch and we can walk through it and actually look at how it could be applied to your business. So thanks very much for watching.